video we're going to be using Highland Springs Havana Vieja and the Mühle R108. If you like the sounds of that, strap in, hang on, and we're gonna give her. Greetings friends, welcome to the den with me, J-Mac the Red Island Shaver. So glad to have you all aboard for another shave. And yes, Highland Springs Havana Vieja, going with, that's bluish, I do believe. You guys know my eyes are wonked. But yeah, bluish for hashtag Meso Week, mesothelioma awareness this week. And this is for Kim Gray, our warrior, who is battling mesothelioma right now and kicking its ass. So continue being you, Kim, and showing that cancer just where it can go. And we are behind you 100%. Beautiful scent on this stuff. Absolutely love it. Tobacco, vanilla, just a little bit of spice. Ah, it's so nice. Going with the Spiffo Jackson. I think this has a little bit of blue in it. I don't know. I asked my wife and she was like, yeah, kind of. I can't really tell that great. It's sparkly stuff and whatever. It looks good. It's a great brush. High Mountain White Badger. Love it. So we'll get in here and we'll get a load on the soap. Get out of the face. Get cracking on with the shave. So hopefully everybody's having a great week. Things are going pretty good here on the Red Island. This is the CanadianMafia Show day, so very excited to be doing that. And we have a full lineup of hosers for this evening. And I do believe Magic Mike is back in action. So Magic Mike should be back on the show tonight, which would be great to have him. He was kind of tied up working for Elections Canada. We just had a general election, so he was working on that. So it's good to have him back in the fold where he belongs, with us doing our Canadian shenanigans. And yeah, we'll just get right cracking on this lather. Oh, I love the scent on this. This is one of my favorite tobacco scents right here. Oh, so good. Lots of vanilla, that nice sweet tobacco. Like I said, a little bit of spice maybe comes from the tobacco leaf. Oh, it's good. Purpose of this scent was to, it's reminiscent of Havana and all the women hand-rolling cigars on the streets, I believe, is the inspiration behind this soap. And yeah, love it, absolutely love it. One more bit of administrative notoriety, I guess. I do believe the Canadian Mafia, I think we've settled on time. On September 26th, this Sunday, is the official Mesothelioma Awareness Day. We are going to be doing a quad live blue shave at 1 p.m. Eastern, I do believe, on Instagram on the Canadian Mafia Show. So that is the tentative plan. I'm pretty sure that's the time we're going with. So there's going to be 4 of us, and we are going to be painting it blue for Kim, who's a supporter of a lot of the white shaving content creators, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. So thank you for that, Kim. We definitely do appreciate it, and we are with you in this fight. And yeah, we'll just gonna play with the lather a little bit here. Oh yeah, this is the Highland Springs vegan soap base, which is great. Their tallow base is great. Their vegan base is great. It's all great. Yeah, look at that. All that lather just kind of plopped its way down into the flow through. Maybe I'll just paint a little bit of water in, and we're gonna call it good. Yeah, this is gonna be great for shaving. So carrying on with the cooking stories, I guess. I have a dream. I don't know if it's probably never going to come to fruition, let's be honest. I'm broke and I have no credit, so I could never do this, but I would love to open a restaurant, man. I know opening a restaurant is a tough gig. It's like it's a hard thing to do, and it's, you know, something that's always, not always, but it's a good chance of failing within the first year. But I have this vision, And I did a menu the other day for shits and giggles, and I just have this vision for a restaurant. And one of the things that plagues the restaurant industry, and one of the things that kept chasing me out of the restaurant industry, is the wages or lack thereof. So for instance, for a little bit of knowledge, because knowledge is power. Here in Canada, we have what's called the Red Seal Trade Certification, and there's a whole bunch of trades that fall underneath that. Now, it's a basic, not basic, it's a minimum certification standard in Canada, but it basically means that you're certified as a, does it get you your journeyman? Yeah, I think it gets you your journeyman if you get your Red Seal. And, but anyway, all the trades have it. Going with the Mühle R108. This is basically a an R89, I do believe, just with a different handle. Got a Wizamet in here, second use. So, all the trades like carpenter, finish carpenter, plumber, electrician, cook, and a few others all fall under the Red Seal. Now, herein lies the rub. If you want to get a government job as a cook, so institution cooking, whatever, you need to have your seal. And they pay pretty good. But then there's other places that will require you to have a seal for promotion. Say, you know, to be a sous chef or an executive chef. But here's where it really gets sticky. As you go through your blocks, which is what they're called, at the end of each block you have an exam. If you pass the exam, you go to the next block. And then after the final block, you do your final big test for your seal. And you're also working in between the schooling. You have to go to school for like 6 weeks, each block. And then other than that, you're working in the trade. As you pass your blocks as a carpenter or a plumber or an electrician, you usually get a pay raise. And away you go. And then when you get your Red Seal, you get the nice big pay raise and you're making pretty good coin. With the cook trade, keep in mind, same requirements, have to go through all the same process. No, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at all. Just keep making kind of the same shitty wage. And that's one of the things that chased me out of the industry. So fast forward to now, 40, you know, disabled. I can't really work a line anymore. Like, I couldn't work in a kitchen running or working on the line. I would just be a liability. But you bet your ass I could stand at the pass and read out tickets and plate, because I wouldn't have to be swinging hot foods and stuff like that. I can still use my knives, that's no problem. I use them at home all the time. So that's my dream, is to would be to have a restaurant and have a staff, and then, you know, I would run the pass, do the plating with the sous chef, maybe do a little bit of the garnish cooking, and so on and so forth. But I'm at the point where, and this is how much free time I have, so either it's pathetic or it's admirable, but I have a concept, I have a rough menu, I have staffing figured out, like basically have my brigade figured out. So brigade would be me, executive chef, or chef de cuisine, whichever way you want to call it, executive sous chef, at least 2 chef de parties, 2 or 3 depending on how many I would want on a shift. Of course, you know, people need days off and stuff, and so at least 2 or 3 chef de parties, a couple first cooks, which are people that know how to, you know, kind of know, and they pretty much know what they're doing, and they're just below a chef de partie, which is French for station chef. So like a chef de partie of the grill, le grilladin, or le grand manger, le poisson, le saucier. So sauce station, le poisson is the fish station, le grand manger is the cold section, and so on and so forth. and La Pâtissière, which is pastries. And then a couple commies. Not commie as in communist, commie as in COMMIS, or commis, which is apprentice chef. So people just out of culinary school or just learning, and then a couple dishwashers, and then obviously front of house manager and the front of house staff. Like I got it all figured out. The only thing is, it's tough to start a restaurant, especially when you have no money and no investors. But I mean, it's nice to dream. If anything, it occupies my time. But no, I have a restaurant name. I have the uniforms figured out. Restaurant name would be the Able Penguin, which you might wonder why. Able as in, a disabled person still able to do things, and penguin because that's kind of how I walk around the house. Because I don't see too good, so I kind of like, I just kind of mope around looking at the floor. So it's kind of a cute name. But then here's if you're still watching the video and you're still with me, this is where I want to turn the industry on the head. First of all, I would like to be able to put an emphasis on hiring people with disabilities, if and where at all possible, whether it's in the kitchen, front of house, wherever, it doesn't matter. As long as they're able to do the job with a disability, I wouldn't care. Just to give them a sense of self-worth. And I would want it to be a restaurant that pays a living wage. People in the chef trade work long hours. They work hard for their money. I think they deserve to get paid well for that time they spend away from home, missing things, working evenings, weekends, and pay them benefits, like health benefits. Like here in Canada, yes, we have free health care, but we don't have prescription plans. So you need to get those privately, and if you don't have a prescription plan, it's the same anywhere in the world. Prescriptions are expensive if you need them. So that would be my goal, would just be to turn the restaurant industry on its head. And I do live in a food destination. And it would be fine dining, open for dinner service only, which would give the day to prep. So you can rock out a great dinner service, have that nice ambiance in the evening, and plus cuts down on the staffing a little bit because you don't need staff for 2 full shifts. That way it's a little easier to pay your people better, right? So that's my dream. I don't think it's probably never gonna happen, but I would love it to happen though, man. How cool would that be? How sweet would that be? It would be, that'd be like the dream of a lifetime, right? Like opening your own restaurant. If you're into the culinary, man, I got some good menu ideas. I bounced them off. I bounced the whole menu off the guys in the Mafia. They all seemed to think it was pretty good. So definitely room for some changes, but that's where you have kind of the blueprint, and then as you hire staff, that's when you tweak it. But therein lies the rub too. You have to have staff. You have to do menu development. Make sure you get everything firing on all cylinders, which means you had to buy product because you had to cook it to do a test menu, and do a soft opening. And it's just so much money to be able to do something like that, because you got to pay your staff while you're doing your menu development and that too, right? So tough. Going with the Magic Splash, Havana Vieja. This is a alcohol-free splash, one of my favorites. As you can see, I made a pretty good dent in it. Oh God, I love this stuff. It smells so good. Actually, I got to start using a little less of this. The restrictor's pretty big. I think that's why I'm going through it so damn quick. So, but yeah, that was the shave. Great shave. Kind of got off on not really a tangent, but that's what I would love to do. 40 years old. I feel like I'm just kind of wasting away here. But then of course, the other side of the coin is, if I start doing that, say if I was a business owner, then I'd probably lose my disability and my prescription plan. So I would have to have a really good private prescription plan, which would probably exclude me from all my diabetic needs, which is another conversation. But yeah, who knows? If I win the lottery, maybe. If I win like 40 million, maybe I'll sink $1 million into fulfilling my dream of opening a restaurant. right? Anyway, that was the shave, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. It was a very, very nice shave indeed. Face going to feel great after that. Remember, Canadian Mafia Show tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you all there. And I know I'm going to see most of you guys there because you guys all rock. So until tonight, my friends, be safe, be kind to one another, and most importantly, have a great day and shave. We'll see you tonight. Peace.